What's up guys, GamerDad Moves here, and in this video I'm going to show you the best tip that I can give you in defeating Praevus the Ancient. Now for my loadout, I kept the Fallen Kingdom helm because of the turning slash ability it gives you. The Cuckoo flame resistant armor is key and clutch and is the very reason that I think that this was as easy as it was for me. The cloak, the Scorched Flame gloves, along with the boots to top everything off. I have a dual-wielded sword, but also my main weapon was the Cuckoo Flame Spear. Fully upgrading Turning Slash I found was key for this battle. Like I said, I kept the Fallen Kingdom helm to increase that even more, and Nature's Snare, upgrading that all the way, is super important. Also making sure that you have the immutability of Frost. And just a quick note of where you're going to find this battle. It's right here, just south of Crimson Desert. Right away after he does his little intro, he's going to be close enough to the ground to where you're going to be able to use your Turning Slash ability. I forgot to turn on Frost, so I had to do that real quick because it does help to put a little extra damage on him. So Turning Slash I found is super helpful. As you can see here, I downed him pretty quickly just with 2 Turning Slash. And it took a major part of his health here. That is something that I found super helpful, is that Turning Slash. It's going to eat away at his health there at the very beginning. I tried to do it a third time, got him a little bit as he was just kind of floating there. So this is where Nature's Snare is going to come in play. You're going to hopefully activate it quick enough, because if you don't, you still get hit, and throw it back at him. What's frustrating is that he will block it for some reason when you try to throw it back at him, but when you throw those small rocks back at him, it should stun him and bring him down to the ground. Now I'm going to let this entire fight play out just to show you that this was one of the most frustrating battles that I had encountered so far in Crimson Desert. And not because the mechanics were hard to understand, I fully understood everything. I just wasn't set up properly to fight this guy, because if you don't have flame resistance up, I found that once I upgraded to the Cuckoo Pot Scorched Flame plate armor, which gave me that level 15 burn immunity, I'm able to be here with full energy power. I don't get the extra AoE effect of his flames, his environmental burns against me. It just made damage seem much more manageable. Because before that, moves like that were one-shot killing me. I would burn, I would be stuck, and you'd have to hit all the buttons to get unstunned, and it was extremely frustrating. These larger objects he throws at you, I did try to use Nature's Snare, and it seems to block it, but it did not seem to give me the ability to throw it back at him. But these smaller ones, like I said, and as I mentioned before, if you activate it soon enough, you should be able to block them, hold the energy, and throw it back at him. If you started too late like I did, you're going to take that damage. But like I said, that armor, that plate armor, came in huge here. And like I said, I'm going to let it play out. I am not the perfect gamer. This is not a video I've had to get no hits on this guy. This is just the best way that I found, and I loaded up on Palmer pills because this guy infuriated me. This was a personal vendetta to get this guy, to make this video, and to show you what worked for me, because he was really infuriating. And like I said, playing the entire video, and what you can see is that the damage that I gave to him was right at the very beginning so far. He's floating around, and I had tried so many things, arrows, all this stuff. I found the best way to approach this is patience, waiting for this move to hopefully have some energy to fly back at him, to stun him, and to hopefully get enough Turning Slash moves on him to take away some of that damage, to chip away little by little. But he'll teleport, he'll fly around. So I found the best way to approach this is to wait for the right times, be patient, use that Nature's Snare, upgrade the Turning Slash, and just make sure that you have flame resistant armor in order to withstand some of the hits. Because I am not the perfect dodger, and some of you watching this video will feel the same way, so having the correct armor is going to be key for this battle. Another thing to keep in mind when you are going through this battle is to just make sure that you recharge your energy, because if you run out and you're trying to use Nature's Snare or Turning Slash and you run out of spirit, it's extremely frustrating because when he comes down, he'll explode, he'll throw rocks all over the place, then he'll just float right back up in the air. You just got to be ready for the right attack to take advantage. Like I said, being patient, dodging. I came across this guy multiple times, and this was the very first time that I found success with this loadout and with this strategy. So again, for whatever reason, you're going to use Nature's Snare, throwing it back at him. I don't know if he has some special shield, but if he's low enough there, trying to get the Turning Slash to just kind of chip away at some of his armor there, waiting for the right moment to where I can kind of corner him and take out the rest of his health. Constantly being on the move is another key element to this. Moving, being at a distance to where you can kind of see what he's going to do when he summons his large rocks. I found that just kind of running away and dodging that way was the best course of action. Waiting for him to be close enough to the ground to where you can chip away at him, charge at him, avoiding his spear, which is probably one of the more simple attacks to avoid. But when you have that opportunity to go at him with your Turning Slash, which I fully upgraded here, was what I was waiting for. And like I said, when he found himself closest to the ground, using that Turning Slash to bring him down, stun him a little bit, and then I just was trying to spam Turning Slash. I didn't have my spirit gauge filled, so I had to recharge a little bit. I was frustrated with myself, but I was able to, thankfully, stun him enough, corner him here, dodge his initial attack, which still, even though he was stunned, still went off, but I just spammed Turning Slash here till I just got the rest of his health down. Now, what I have found in Crimson Desert is there's not many boss fights or areas to where you're going to feel a super sense of accomplishment of defeating a boss, but this guy I definitely did. For whatever reason, he gave me so much trouble. So that's what I found helpful. Just wanted to show it to you. And you'll also get the Ancient Wrath Abyss gear, which also comes in handy. I'll show it in another video later on. Hopefully you found this video helpful for all the tips and tricks for the games we love to play. Till next time, cheers.